Sympathy versus empathy. What is the difference? On a daily basis, we're surrounded by people who are thinking and feeling things that we're usually totally unaware of. However, when we do notice someone around us is upset, we try to do everything we can to show them that we're there for them and, of course, that we care. But here comes the tough part. When comforting someone, what exactly should you do and what should you say? We certainly don't want to say the wrong thing and make anything worse. But what happens if when comforting someone, we demonstrate neither sympathy nor empathy? Let's take a look at such scenario.
What's up, Kate?
I'm just pretty bummed out. I have to pass this class in order to graduate, but I'm failing it right now.
Oh, okay. Do you want to grab some lunch or something?
We can.
So I think we can all agree that that was not very comforting, and I'd almost bet you that the boy wished he had never shared what he was going through. Instead, let's take a look at sympathy. Before we go any further, let's define it. Sympathy is a feeling of concern for another that often, but not always, stems from a shared experience of their distress or emotional state. So sympathy sounds pretty great, huh? Well, let's see it in action with the same scenario.
Yeah, okay, what's up?
Nothing much. I'm pretty bummed out, though. I have to pass this class in order to graduate, but I'm failing it right now.
Dang, I'm sorry to hear that, but at least you can take it next semester, right?
Yeah, I guess.
That was definitely a lot more comforting, and it definitely showed that the boy was there for the guy expressing his concern. But when you comfort someone, you really want to try to stray away from using at least statements. They can really make someone feel like you're undermining what they're going through. So let's take a look at empathy. Before we go any further, let's define it. Empathy is the ability to take the perspective of another individual in order to understand and share their feelings. But once again, we need to see this in action. So let's take that same scenario, but this time add a little bit of empathy to it.
Hey, Kate, what's up?
Nothing much, man. I'm pretty bummed, though. I have to pass this class in order to graduate, but I'm failing it.
Wow, man, I mean, that's tough, but I appreciate you telling me about it. And, I think we'll figure out a way for you to pass the class together.
So I don't know about you guys, but that felt pretty comforting to me. If you can't tell already, I'm a pretty big fan of empathy. So, how come we sometimes have such a hard time being empathic to one another? Well, here's a couple reasons. A lot of times we're just too busy worrying about ourselves to notice those around us. It can really push us out of our comfort zone to take someone else's perspective. Sometimes we think we're being really empathic when really we aren't at all. And other times, others are just really good at hiding their emotions. But here's the good news, guys. Empathy is malleable. This means we can all improve our empathic abilities. So how do you do that, you might ask? Well, something as simple as reading fictional books, taking acting classes, watching movies with other people so that we wonder about the characters as well as those we're watching movies with's emotions and feelings, and of course, just being more aware of those around us. So guys, it is now your turn to get out there and be empathic. Good luck.